Good morning, my name is Marco Zuppone. I'm a Dell Kace trainer based in Bracknell, UK. In this video I'm going to explain you how to deploy an RSA remote site appliance for the K2000. What is this remote site appliance? In the remote site appliance is a virtual appliance that you will need to deploy to your remote sites to be able to use the functionality of the K2000 in this remote sites as well. Let's see how to deploy it. I will show the procedure on a VMware workstation, but this is very similar to the procedure you will need to follow on ASXi. First of all, we need to download this the remote site appliance image. This is available directly inside the K2000. So after connecting to the K2000 GUI, we go to deployments and then we go to remote sites. From here we go to download remote site appliance or VF. Okay, we click here and the download begins. It is a zip file that contains the OVF file and the virtual disk as well. Once you have downloaded it, you will need to unzip it, and then we will need to import it in VMware. I will show you how to do it with VMware Workstation, but you will find very similar menu on ASX as well. Okay, we tell the name of it. And now the importation starts. When the import finishes, we will find a new virtual machine and we need to turn it on. Now it's like the real K2000. We need to configure it, and to configure it we need to use the config user, and the password is config with a K. To enter a suitable host name, I will call mine RSA.case.local, and my domain name case.local, the IP address and the default gateway, subnet mask, and primary DNS address. If we use a proxy, we need to configure it. Okay, we can save it. After saving it, it will reboot. After the reboot is complete, we need to start to work on our RSA. through the web interface and on our K2000 as well, to tell that to our K2000 that we have deployed an RSA. So first of all, let's see if we can reach the interface of the RSA. So this will ensure that the network is configured properly. We need to accept the user agreement, and the default password and username is admin. Okay, we will need to license it, and which kind of license key we need to use. The license key we need to use is the same identical license that we used for the K2000. Let's see what we need to do. As you can see, there are much less settings here because it's a limited version of it. The RSA is a limited version of the K2000. First of all, we need to enable the case linking. Add it, enable it, and save. We need to grab this key and use it in the master K2000. So I copy it, I return to my master K2000, I go to setting and maintenance, I activate the case linking as well. After activating it, when I return to setting and maintenance, you see that there is a new icon here, is the manage linked appliance. Now I can add it, add new linked appliance, host name of it, rsa.case.local. I paste the key that I copied from the RSA and I save it. Okay, for now we did only from one side, we need to do the cross-link. So now I click again on setting and maintenance, I click on case linking, this is the master one, I copy the key of the master and I do the same on the other side. Setting and maintenance, manage link and appliance, choose action. This is the RSA, so we need to link, as we linked the K2000 master with the RSA, we need to link the RSA with the master. Save it, and now we can start to do a test for the connection from one side, and then we will do the same test from the other side. Connection successful. Let's do it from the K2000 towards the RSA. You press edit, sorry, we go to setting and maintenance again, linked appliance, okay, edit, and test connection, and the connection is successful from both sides. Now we need to license our K2000 RSA. We return to the setting and maintenance, registration and licensing, edit, and add the license key, and we need to put here the license key that we used for the master K2000. After adding our license key, we need to log in again and find out if everything is fine on the setting and maintenance. Okay, fine. Now we need to return back to the interface of our master K2000. There is another very important step we need to do. For now, the RSA and the K2000 are cross-linked, but now we need to tell to the K2000 that we have a remote site appliance. So we go to deployments, remote sites, add new remote site appliance. We select it. If it does not appear here, we made something wrong in the cross-linking procedure. Choose next. Now we wait. We save it and we return back later. Okay. Now we click on it, and now we need to decide what kind of objects we want to schedule to the remote site. No, for example, we can decide to schedule with every day at a specific time, or do this operation only manually, only some of our scripted install, only some of our system images and boot environments. This depends on what we want to do on the other on our remote site. For example, if we know that we do not have a particular type of a computer, or we do not want to install a particular type of operating system, it's not useful to waste time and bandwidth to synchronize things that we are never going to use on the remote site. As example, we will try to synchronize this scripted installation, and when you click on a scripted installation that require particular media, the media will be the dependency will be synchronized as well. Not all the dependencies are shown. You can press the show button to find out what is really synchronizing if you are curious. If you want to, we want to synchronize, for example, a couple of system images, and the appropriate case boot environment will be synchronized as well, as you can see. When we are satisfied about that, we can even limit the average, limit the bandwidth for the transfer. This is very important. If we have low bandwidth, we won't want to waste all the bandwidth. We want to limit it. And when we are satisfied about this document, we can save and sync. So this process will require its time. We can see what's the status of it and what it's doing. What we need to do on the other side is to configure correctly our DHCP. The DHCP of the main site, option 66 and 67, I show you them. The option 66 points to the IP of the main K2000, and option 67 is kbox2000.0. On the remote site, you will need to configure your DHCP. Option 67 will be always kbox2000.0, but option 66, you will need to use the IP address of your RSA. This is the end of my short guide on how to set up and deploy an RSA. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. You can find further information on our internet site of case.com and idninja.com as well. Thank you very much for following it. I wish you a nice day. Thank you. Bye.